Let's start by turning off the material override option. We'll start by creating the wall material. I will drag and drop Corona physical material to the editor. In your working files, you can find the textures from Reworld. I will drag and drop the color map, normal map, displacement map, and roughness map. Let's plug the color map into the base color slot. Apply the material to the wall object. I will zoom using 2D pan-zoom mode. Let's preview the map in the viewport because we cannot see anything. I will actually use the normal map as the base color for now to see it better. We don't have a UVW modifier, so let's add it now. I will use box mapping and set the dimensions to 100 cm for each side. It looks good. Let's plug the color map back into the base color slot. Yeah, it looks good. Next, I will plug the displacement map. Add a Corona normal map and plug our normal texture there. Let's check Add Gamma to the input option, then plug everything in the base map. Lastly, let's plug the roughness map. Double-click on the preview to make it bigger. I think the roughness looks good. Let's set up displacement levels. I will set it to 0.5 cm. Or actually, I will make it from -0.2 to 0.2. This way, walls will roughly stay in the same place. Let's see how it looks rendered. I will make the frame buffer larger. I have the fast preview turned on so I can see the details. Let's go to the settings, go to the performance tab, and uncheck this option. Looking good. Now, as the walls are brighter, I think the image needs to be darkened a bit. I will decrease the environment light intensity. I will also add the same material to these two elements. Let's copy the UVW map modifier and paste it as an instance. Then simply apply the material. Great. Next, I will modify the bars tool material. I want to make the wood black. Let's move this map a bit and insert the Corona color correct map in between. First, we have to desaturate it. Then I will darken it using the gamma and brightness options. It's too dark. I will brighten it a bit. Awesome! For the kitchen fronts, I will create a simple gray material. Apply this material to the objects and set up the color. I will darken it a bit. Let's start interactive rendering. I will darken it a bit more. I will make the preview bigger and set up the roughness. I will lower it to make it more reflective. A bit more. Now it looks good. I like it. We'll make the bottom panels darker. Let's duplicate the material and apply it to the objects. Simply make the color darker. I think it's a bit too dark. I will brighten it a bit. It's fine now. I forgot to apply the gray color to the shelves here. Let's select them and apply this material. Great! I will apply marble material to these two objects, create the new Corona material, and apply it to these objects. You'll find the textures from Reworld in your working files. For now, I will just drag and drop the color map into the editor and plug it into the base color slot. Let's add an UVW map modifier to the objects. I will use box mapping and adjust the dimensions. Great! I will add the other maps. I won't be using displacement this time. I will use some normal map and roughness map. I will move the interactive window here so we can see it. Also, I add the material to these objects as well. Let's do copy and paste the UVW modifier. Paste as an instance. I will click 1 on my keyboard to access the modifier's gizmo. I will rotate it like this. Okay, let's go back to the material. I will copy the Corona normal map from this material. I think the marble is too bright. Let's darken it. I will create more space here. Drag and drop the Corona color correction map in between. I will make the map darker using the available options. Looking good. Lastly, let's plug the roughness map. It's way too reflective in my opinion. I will go back to the material and change the roughness value. With value 1, the material is not reflective at all. Go down to the map and lower the amount. It works like opacity in Photoshop. Let's try 50. Too low. Increase it to 75. I'm gonna go back to color correction and add a bit of contrast. I think the scale of the texture is too small. I will increase the mapping to 200 centimeters. Next, I will play around with the position of the texture. Let's find the best areas. I have to disable the instance option. I want to control each gizmo separately. Same here. Great. Let's create the metal material for the top. I will drag and drop a new Corona physical material and change the metalness mode to metal. Let's see how it looks rendered. First, we have to lower the roughness, so the material is more reflective. And then we can control the color value. I will make it darker. And that's it. For the window, I will create simple plastic material. Let's change the color to white. Let's add the roughness. It looks good. For the floor, I will use the same textures and material as in the living room. Just copy and paste it into your scene and apply it to the floor.